I'm Denton Davidson for Gold Derby, here with Toufik, Ayadi, and Christophe Barral, producers of Saint Omer, France's entry for Best International Film at the 95th Academy Awards. It's directed by Alice Diop, but I'd like to first ask, how does it feel to represent France this year at the Oscars as producers, and what do you hope this says about French cinema?
Well, we are very happy and honored that we have been chosen by France. France in a way can be a bit conservative in the movie that he chooses and the movie that you see are made in France. So we are very happy to have the first Black female director to represent France, because it changed the representation that people have in France of who can do cinema and who should be making cinema, and it's giving hope to a lot of people, and the being chosen is also known by the public, and the public goes to see the movie that has been chosen by France. So that's good, and it changed the regards that we can have on a society. Alice comes from a documentary, so she had a very marginal audience previous to this film, and with the fiction, it gives us a bigger audience, and it's important for her. She always says that a movie cannot change the world, but a movie can change a spectator, and it's important that in that period after the COVID battle, where we have to do that battle for cinema, winning spectator by spectator is the way we want to go, and we want to make her movie.
Toufik, how did you meet Alice? You two have worked a lot with first-time and second-time directors. So, how did you initially meet Alice and then decide to move forward with this film of hers that's based on true events? It's about a Senegalese immigrant accused of murdering her 15-month-old baby. So it's, a very serious topic. And just, can you talk about how that originated with Alice and you?
Hi all. Santiago, Stacy, Edward, there is a lot of people and good people. Congratulations for all. I will try to speak in English and in French, and Asia we meet with Christophe, Alice about maybe 8 years ago. We see a documentary from Alice. A comedian and actor was playing in this documentary, and when we see this movie with Christophe, we see we see cinema, in this documentary. And after we call her, we take a coffee, in French, and in this kind of when you meet someone like Alice, it's between a producer and a director, there is something we'll catch, quelque chose qui se passe directement. Il y a une énergie qui nous traverse et une envie de se dire qu'on va essayer de faire quelque chose ensemble.
Something happens immediately between the director and the producer. There's an imminent energy and a desire to try and create something together.
Et à ce moment-là, notre envie, c'était d'aller vers la fiction. Et donc, naturellement, on a fait Vers la tendresse, qui était un docu-fiction, pour qu'elle garde ses repères du documentaire et en même temps qu'elle commence à exploiter la fiction.
And at that moment, we had the desire to move toward fiction, which we did with a first docu-fiction project called Toward Tenderness, which was going to allow her to keep her marks in documentary and move towards a more fictional feature.
Et Saint-Omer, I'm thinking it was Alice called me and Christophe and said, "Hi guys, yes. Do you see this story? Do you see what's happened with this woman in 2013? Oh no, there is le procès. Comment on dit le procès?
The trial.
There is a trial of this woman. Okay, when? This Saturday. Okay. I want to go because there is some things which I have to see in this trial. I am fascinated about this story, about this woman. She never say there is a movie in this story. She just say, I have to go. I have to heard some things. I have to see what happened in this trial. And all days she was calling me and Christophe to speak about what happened in the day, what they say, what do she heard, and what and how this story is universal. And after, when she come back, she tried to say, okay, how I can write a script. I will write it maybe with my editing, comment on dit la monteuse?
Editor.
Editor. It could be something more specific. Maybe I have to search something. And when you produce movie like Alice Diop movie or another movie, you are always searching, and you have to on doit l'accompagner pour qu'elle cherche et qu'elle prenne le temps de chercher pour trouver en fait sa manière de faire et sa manière d'écrire le scénario.
We had to accompany her so that she would have the space and the time to intuitively find her own way of making and writing the script.
And after, we write the script.
And Christophe, the film it's intense. I mean, there's these incredibly long shots, particularly of the character Lawrence Coley, the mother that's on trial. What surprised you or interested you the most about Alice's way of filmmaking? I mean, for me, it was very unique. I mean, because you see that long shot just, and the actress's face is so focused. Is that her documentarian side coming out, or what did you think about her filmmaking style?
I think it's a very complex process. You know, it's something that Alice has to maturate, and you're right. Well, Alice says also that there is cinema. I mean, there is fiction in documentary, and there is documentary in fiction, and that's how she starts our process. And it was a very complex. We discussed a lot of what did the mise en scène mean. You know, how did we do that mise en scène? First of all, she started to cast her two comedians during 1 year, and I think we did 1 year of casting. But I think that she had the idea of who she wanted to cast. I mean, she had an intuition. Like when she went to that process, she had an intuition that and maybe an obsession of what she would find there, but she didn't know. And she knew Kaiji and she knew Guslagi before she cast them, and she saw them, and she saw so many girls during 1 year, and then she had to try to find a good way. And I think it was the same thing for those shots and for the mise en scène. We had the chance to work with Claire Maton, who's a great DOP and who did an incredible work working with Alice. And they think in the trial, they were really influenced by paintings, by other movies like Clouseau, The Truth, or In Cold Blood by Truman Capote. You know, they had all those things, and that's basically that's a long process, you know, on how they start to look for things and how they get there. But it was not an idea that was there at the moment of the script. It's something that grew inside Alice, and when she came on the set, she felt that's the way she wanted to do it, but it was not conscious a long time before that.
And can you speak about casting the film, particularly the two women it's centered around who play Lawrence, the woman on trial, and Rama, a pregnant novelist attending the trial who begins to really see more of herself in Lawrence than she anticipates? How did you get to those two actresses who give such emotional performances in the film?
Well, that's a bit what I said. I mean, we Alice had some. I mean, Keiji Kagame and Guslagi. Keiji is a great. She works also in theater, living.
Theater.
Yeah, and she lives in Geneva in Switzerland. She's not in Paris, but Alice saw her in several plays that she did, and she had that idea always there that she could be Rama. Guslagi worked very work in cinema, but she had very few opportunities. She had one big role in Jean-Paul Sévérac movies, but she hasn't made movies. She didn't make so much movies for 7 years. And when I mean, they were those two were always in the head of Alice, but she did that casting during 1 year. She tried a lot, and that's also true to say that there is a lack of those new comedians in France, black comedians, you know, because they didn't get the opportunity, or they didn't get the enter to the school. So there is a lack of that. And that intuition that she had from the beginning, she came back to that intuition at the end, and she tried and basically she did the movie with those two.
Toufik and Christophe, thanks for spending time with me to talk about Saint Omer, and best of luck with everything going forward with the Oscars and everything in between, and enjoy every moment of it. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.